introduce Steve Lukas as our next speaker.
Thank you, everybody. It is amazing to be here at AWE. I hope you enjoyed the morning keynotes where Hugo talked about Qualcomm's bright future. And honestly, I can't see a thing up here. So I have no idea. Did any of my friends make it in? Awesome. Oh, that's great news because my family is also here. And I'd really love to show them what kind of a community we have with XR. So on the count of 3, can we just give them a nice little welcome? 1, 2, 3. I love you guys. All the more reason that I have 4 words for you. I love this conference. Yeah! For augmented reality, this is the greatest show. Can we get a round of applause for the organizers, please? Woo! It is my 7th year coming to AWE, and you'd think nothing phases me. But there are still 2 things that always trip me up. The first is the hotel shower. Every time I look at these controls, feel so unfamiliar, and there's no one around. I'm like, I don't know how to work this thing. I do know that one wrong move, and it is bad news. That is also me in every new head-worn AR demo that I do. I get in and I think, what are these controls? And what kind of gesture do I need to do? Wait, I'm sorry, can you reset this for me? And I'm told, this is just how it is. We have to educate users one by one, very heavily, in order to get the whole mainstream moving. That's just how it is. But you know what? At Qualcomm, AR does not stand for accept reality. Nor does it stand for aspirational reality, where we're always 3 to 5 years out. No. We can augment today's reality with the technology that we have now. We just got to know how to do it. So, AR can also stand for, are you ready? Yes, it can. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Well, it's about damn time. But first, let me take a selfie. I am Steve Lukas of Qualcomm Technologies, and this is Hi. Is this your first AWE? We see you. Welcome. AR stands for Augmented Reality, and XR stands for Augmented and Virtual Reality, the entire spectrum. Thank you. And this is AR's Inflection Point. We begin our tale at the end. The Holy Grail. All-in-one lightweight AR glasses for everyone. Because one day, this device will replace the mobile phones that we have. The story I was told, if you're like me, you may buy into that. You may change your whole career around it. And then one day, you may find yourself on a beautiful stage with a beautiful audience. And when you look out and you don't see AR glasses on those faces, then you may ask yourself, well, how do we get there? And as the days go by, we look at the state of mobile computing in 2023, and it's the same as it ever was. A form factor for the last 16 years. So, how do we get from arguably the past into the future? By brute force? Just keep expanding the field of view, make it lighter, make it cheaper, and then suddenly, boom, we're going from the past into the future. No, we need to pass through what? Between the past and the future. Help me out. Correct. But the present is not a replacement for the future. Keep this in mind. The present is the path to the future. What do we need to do today to get there? And to remind us of that, we have a saying. Until that day, till all in ones. So can you say it with me? Till all in ones. Till all in ones. All right. And before we start unwrapping the AR of today, my mom raised us that first we have to read the card. Because the card tells us, why are we doing this? And who is it for? Those of us who've been in the space know the value and joy that XR can bring to us when we first saw it. Remember that moment. Who do you want to share that with? Why are we here? Is it for enterprise? Medical? Industry? Those are good business models, but is that what drives us? Is that the passion? For me, it's all about sharing that with family. It's who I think about all the time. And I've seen them adapt to immersive technology, not immersive, I'm sorry, impossible technology before. They used to say, I don't need a smartphone. Then, last night at dinner, they're showing me TikTok videos. And I've watched them adapt. We are adaptable. But what is the formula for AR? Is it compelling experiences? Is it wow demos? I've shown this to them before. I take it home. They don't even have to pay for it. But then, when I'm not there, they don't use it. Why? Well, the tripping point could be the complicated UX. That's my thesis. And I'm told, no, it's all these other things, the hardware availability, the field of view, it's the price. We got to get the hardware better, and then everyone will come on board. So, okay, let's say you solve for the majority of those problems to perfection, but you leave out the input familiarity. Then you run the risk of a giant ecosystem of beautiful apps that nobody knows how to operate. And if that's what you get, then that investment would be for nothing. Nothing. And that is why this is a day I've been looking forward to for nearly 2 years. Qualcomm practically invented the mobile industry. And today, we are introducing 2 revolutionary concepts for AR. The first is an AR platform with full touch controls. The second is a revolutionary expansion for your mobile phone. An AR platform with full touch controls. A mobile AR expansion. Are you getting it? These are not 2 products. This is the next evolution of Snapdragon Spaces. Today, Qualcomm will help you reinvent how you think about mobile head-worn augmented reality. That S, it stands for hope. I had to. All right, let me do that one more time. This is Snapdragon Spaces. Rooted in Qualcomm's history of technology and innovation, Spaces is a series of software and SDKs enabling XR apps to be built on the foundation of an open ecosystem. And for the last year, has been Qualcomm's one and only XR developer platform. I think you know the rest. We bought some companies, launched a metaverse fund, cultivated some Pathfinders, and then we traveled the world. Again, and again, and again. We love our developer community. I mean, who wouldn't? Because at the end of the day, no matter how many cycles XR takes, we're always building something new and exciting together, innovating in this space and pushing it forward, further into greater heights. We are doing that again today with Snapdragon Spaces. And you're witnessing it. We started with a very important form factor of AR glasses and a mobile phone. And for input, we started with a very simplified motion controller concept where you have a couple of basic buttons that are sending commands through into the glasses. We then added our world-class hand tracking and finally integrated with Microsoft's Mixed Reality Toolkit, which just announced this morning that they will be going GA this summer. And today, we are taking all of this into the next level. And we are unlocking a new input that serves 2 sets of developers. The first, AR developers. So while we started here, what we've unlocked today is full use of the entire touchscreen. Now, that means that you'll be able to use your mobile phone that you use every day. You're probably even using it right now during my talk. And be able to take that understanding into controlling augmented reality. Now, for a number of you, you're probably thinking, why can't you already do that? Well, because the architecture was never set up for it. If you're familiar with Unity, there's a concept of a main camera. That means one camera. And that's an in-game camera, not like a physical camera. One in-game camera. And when you start connecting a phone and headset together, you have to choose, what is the main camera? What are you displaying to, a phone screen or the headset? And any communication between the two required some remote procedure call, possibly Bluetooth, multiplayer, some way of synchronizing two pieces of content. With our OpenXR multi-display that we've just unlocked today, then we have two in-game cameras, and they work on the same scene graph. That means, you know what? It's better to show you. This is Unity, and what you're seeing is, in the emulator, I can manipulate the scene using my phone screen controls in the middle, or hand tracking there on the right. Full perception capabilities. This is not a replacement for perception. We're layering on the 2D phone screen with perception. This is what it looks like in the headset using our new capture features, which are not yet available. So, you get the idea. And in the last 2 minutes, a lot of your natural threat responses are triggering and saying, you know what? There's so many reasons this is not going to work. And we have heard that before from several executive-level people outside our company. And you're in good company, right? We put this together because all of these are good theories. But the beauty of what we're doing is that now we can put those theories into practice. And here's the results.
These experiences really become accessible to everyone.
And it might not look as cool as a sci-fi movie, but it's a lot more functional.
All the familiar interactions that you would have on your phone are still there, and you get the added benefit of being able to see 3D content or whatever you want in context of your actual surrounding space.
The fact that I use the phone that I use like this all the time, it makes it so clear and so natural for me.
We're leveraging something people use all throughout their day. They have all these existing notions and mental models of how it works. And you don't even need to look at a smartphone to know like how to tap certain parts of it or what the buttons are. Like we're so familiar that this is like an extension of our hands for a lot of us at this point.
This is taking what I've known, like demos that I've known and seen so many times to a whole nother level.
Now I can see how the consumer adoption can happen.
Same. And so, that was enough to say, this is how we do it. We're good. Let's have a session, be done. Because we had optimized perception and an open platform. Now we've added intuitive input. But 2 years ago, something unexpected happened as we were discussing our content ecosystem. Sure, we can create all these great technology, but then how do you get more developers to work on it? And so, again, this was 2 years ago. We hadn't unlocked the touchscreen yet, and we were sitting in a room and saying, how do we launch our ecosystem? And going over all the XR apps that we needed. And all the XR apps that just would look so great in a glasses and a touchpad raycast platform. And there was a couple of us, though, mulling over the concept of, what if we did unlock that touchscreen? I mean, you could do all kinds of really cool UI on there. And I mean, if you just really flesh that out, it's almost like you could have a whole mobile app. Oh. And so we stopped the meeting. I said, I'm so sorry. I know, we just have to interrupt because this could be important to our ecosystem, but we've been looking at how to bring XR apps, and what if we rewrite XR? We start with the phone, then add more. Over time, AR is just a view to extend what we see on all those same apps. Some are paid, some are free. And that's how we rewrite XR and get the whole world in AR. Starting tonight. Yeah, I got some blank stares, baby. But I couldn't blame, because XR is a visual medium, and talking about it, it's hard to pitch. So let's just jump ahead to today, because we unlocked it. And we launched it. It originally called it AR as a feature, and now it is dual render fusion, and it is available for download today. And so watch this Unity scene. Thank you. Look how easy this is. We set up a Spaces project, and then we imported the Unity 2018 standard assets and set up one scene, click to turn on the feature. This is great. We haven't changed any code. No code changes. Then, one click to upgrade the project, 3 clicks to upgrade the scene with the right cameras, and in this case, you'll see play, but then we're going to build and run. You have a fully immersive app in minutes with no code changes. You have all the familiarity of the controls on your phone and the immersiveness of being on the track. Let's do another one. Same set of assets. We're going to open a propeller scene. 3 clicks to fix. Then we just got our second AR app. Wham. And look at the phone. You couldn't even see the front of this airplane model. And now you can marvel at the whole thing just using any mobile Unity game or app. And when you want to turn that thing on, you just slide up the propeller. Slide up the slider, the propeller moves. This is Ethan. You're seeing him as if he's in the real world with you, but you're still controlling him with the phone. These are particle effects. You see the beautiful particle effects from Unity? Well, now you can actually sit and have your own fireworks show anytime you want. No code for any of this to start. How many more? How many more mobile Unity apps are there waiting to be unlocked? Because all these volumetric worlds trapped inside a 2D piece of glass that now can be seen in a whole new way. A full immersive 3D view. Now that we've done the math and cleared a path, let's rethink each mobile app anew. Because from now on, the barrier to entry just turned into a pile of rubble. Look at this that we put up last year. 5 pillars of UX design for augmented reality. Well, how challenging is that for the every person to get into the space? To have to learn all of these things. But now, when all that UX seems too tough, you've got the touch screen. And now you can layer in perception at your own pace and layer in each of those things, because now just use a familiar input model. And that, my people, is the gift for mobile developers and for the rest of us. To open this industry up so that we can have a path to flourish. To increase AR's adoption curve, we must first flatten the learning curve. And that is what the Snapdragon Spaces team just did. So can we get, as a global effort, some applause for my colleagues in the audience and back home? We want to celebrate execution, engineering, product, vision, and leadership. And it is an honor to be able to represent this team up here. We did leave behind a breadcrumb trail. The shower controls. How many times have you seen this where they just gave up on being intuitive? XR doesn't have to be like that. By you bringing it back to the touch screen. Second, the selfie. Besides being gratuitous, it's a critical feature that can't be replaced today by glasses. We're not ready to give up our mobile phones. So why don't we stop talking about discarding them and more talk about how we leverage them to their fullest extent on a platform for augmented reality experiences today, to introduce us to spatial concepts and to get us till tomorrow. Till all-in-ones. All right, moment 3, family-focused use cases. This one's important. As tech people, we are trained that to grow the market, we need to keep going bigger, flashier, more features, more tech power, more! And in doing so, we've left behind our core users, our families. Well, we're coming back for you. All this tech wasn't serving the simple things that they'd want, like a basic usable photos app in a familiar interface that they already know. It's not boring, it's meaningful. Fulfill our basic needs. That's how we need to think, that's how we need to build, and that's how we engineer human progress. Dual render fusion. The fusing of 2 great Snapdragon-powered platforms, each used to their fullest potential. And here's our super high-level roadmap. Available today using Unity and our wired A3 dev kits. In the future, very, very soon, dynamic connection. So you can have an app open, plug in the glasses anytime you want, unplug them anytime you want, and be able to just have those experiences light up and then disable. Wireless, as soon as hardware is commercially available, and we are looking at exploring native and Unreal Engine and other engines to integrate as well. We are doing exploratory research on those, so we do not have timelines. No timelines, so how do we know when to expect what? You go to Hugo. He's our leader, VP and GM of XR. And he loves to share what we do over on his social, for he's a jolly good follow. And while you've got your phones out, how about a reward? You can post on social about anything about Qualcomm that you've seen today or this week that's exciting. You tag AWE, then show it to me tomorrow, and that will be your ticket to a Metaverse t-shirt. Location reveal in 3 minutes. For now, we came today with a mission. Create a platform that's fun and easy to use and fun and easy to build. First, fun and easy to use. Check out what some of our developers made.
Virtual Places is an app that brings 3D maps to life in your glasses, while your phone screen becomes your control panel.
We asked them to experiment with a variety of use cases. See what they could do with the touchscreen and AR together.
For our game Table Trenches, it was really easy to take our existing mobile UI and use that as our on-screen UI for Fusion, while in the headset, you can see the immersive gameplay.
You'll also notice still full-featured hand tracking in addition to what you're using with the phone. And in so many cool different ways.
It's been amazing to see this experience in augmented reality and to have an extra interface to use that everyone understands how to interact with. The addition of a smartphone into the experience allowed us to enhance the museum, so we chose to use it kind of like a pamphlet or guidebook in a real museum.
We asked to create new experiences, port existing experiences from XR, and just see what they could do, just go nuts.
Ocean Cleaner shows how beautiful but fragile nature is. It lets you dive or remove trash from a coral reef. The combination of hand tracking and intuitive physical touchscreen deliver an incredibly realistic experience.
All of these are brand new demos that you'll be able to play with tomorrow and Friday at booth 205 in the expo hall. But what about now? What about today? Does anyone want to check these things out ASAP? Spaces DevRel. Activate. They'll be out in the hall and the hotel lobby with their dev kits fully charged to show off to somebody. So if that's you, then just say me. You'll see how much that it's true. It's fun and easy to use. And if building apps is your mission, that's our other ambition. For fun and easy to build, we got a room for our vision. And we challenge you to a dual render fusion workshop. No experience necessary. We have you with pre-built modules in Unity so you can customize an AR app in minutes. Or if you brought your own projects, we will help you fusionize them on the spot. This is also where you would go pick up your t-shirt. Beyond today, we've teamed up with T-Mobile and Playcrafting to bring you the summer of 5G and AR, challenging mobile developers to fuse AR into their existing games powered by T-Mobile's ultra-fast 5G connectivity. If you're interested in that, please scan that QR code for more details to apply for this exciting opportunity. Okay, real quickly, use cases. What are the use cases? It's a question I get asked all the time. In this case, mobile use cases. Look at everything you do on your phone. How would you be able to enhance that with an infinite spatial screen? Finally, the audience. Who is this for today in 2023? These dev kits are still in early days and limited production. But I look around and you know what I see? Leaders, pioneers, getting in on the ground floor. Arrows be damned. Dual render fusion is a type of execution I haven't seen done anywhere else. And when it becomes the norm, whoever's working on it now will lead us into tomorrow, including these types of folks. If you pitch at a hackathon for investment, for clients, for enterprise, this system gives you an unfair advantage. I suggest you use it. Hobbyists, this platform is fun. You can create experiences the world has never seen before, ahead of the mainstream. Heck, you might be the one to make it mainstream. And if you think I'm talking to you, then I hope you're listening. Sure. All right, let's finish this up. Dual Render Fusion, available today in beta through Snapdragon Spaces on mobile and AR glasses. For AR developers, add the touchscreen. For mobile developers, extend into augmented reality. Remember, this is all part of a bigger plan. Pave the way and open the funnel, familiarize more users into Head-worn XR, and accelerate the timeline for mass adoption and bring forward the day of all-in-ones. To all-in-ones. Finally, check out these other sessions with my friends and colleagues, all representing Qualcomm technologies. Tomorrow, build an app, and check out the demos. And if you already have a kit, download it and play. We can't wait for you to see how easy it is to build these experiences in minutes now that you've got the touchscreen. And this last bullet is our call to arms. Now is a time for a new era of innovation that could only come from a hub like Qualcomm, because our strength comes from working together with you, with all of you. As Snapdragon Spaces is an open platform, the technology that we showed today is available for everybody, for OEMs to integrate, for programs to accelerate, for developers to innovate, and a whole mobile industry to activate. So follow us. Join us. Our mission is clear, and the time is now. To all-in-ones! Thank you, AWE, and let's have a great show.